I got this from, somebody at school. Somebody who's, I don't know, actually, it wasn't a teacher. It was like a educational assistant of sorts. He actually collects, like NES stuff, and he kind of just gave this to me because, yeah, he has like 3 NES zappers. And I'm not even sure if this gun actually works, but even so, these don't work on, modern TVs, because that's just not how these were designed. But yeah, the NES Zapper is a very nice looking gun, I must say. But the Sega Master System Light Phaser looks a hell of a lot cooler. But regardless, still a very nice thing to have. And while we're on the topic of getting things for free, I've got these right here. Well, not this, I'll describe that later. But anyways, while I was on my travels, and by that I mean just biking around the neighborhood, because I do ride my bike, I like that, I came across, a yard, well, it wasn't a yard sale, but basically a yard that had a bunch of garbage out, and it was usually just, like, some random bullshit, that I didn't even have the slightest interest in, except for these, which they are Real Fishing 2 for the PlayStation 1, Marvel Ultimate Alliance for the PS2, and The Lion King, a Tiger LCD game. My first Tiger LCD game, and, well, I'm sure at least some of the Tiger LCD games are probably at least decent. This one, I don't fucking get what's going on in this game. Just dodging the hyenas, and, dodging a geyser sort of thing. Yeah, I can't find any use for the pounce/eat button. Real Fishing 2, it's fishing, and oddly enough, even though it comes in a 2-disc case, it says right there 1 disc. Except this camera won't fucking focus, but I can prove it to you. Because you can see here that there's no, like, thing where you would push down to get the disc. Whereas on this side there is, see? But yeah, now I feel inclined to get Real Fishing 1, I guess, so yeah. But hey, it's by Natsumi, if that's how you pronounce it. Marvel Ultimate Alliance, haven't played much of it, but, I believe it's an action RPG. And it's on many different systems, like, I believe it's on the Xbox 360 and Wii as well, but, got the PS2 version, so, yeah. Anyways, Bubsy 3D on PS1. I don't feel like I have to say a whole lot about this game. It's pretty goddamn awful. I already said what I kind of really needed to say about the Bubsy franchise in Gaming Pickups episode 11, I believe. And, yeah, this game is, again, pretty goddamn awful. Though, admittedly, I do find, Claws Encounters of the Third Kind to be a slightly more frustrating game, because Bubsy's a fragile piece of shit in that game. But even so, this is just still a god-awful, game. It doesn't control well, and, one thing that I don't think many people mention when they're reviewing this game is the music. The music in this game is very bad. Like, very, very bad. Granted, not in the case of ear-raping bad. There might be a few exceptions, but yeah, the music's not enjoyable in this game. I don't think I'll be really getting any more Bubsy games. I might get, Bubsy and Fractured Furry Tales if I ever get a Jaguar, because I'm kind of curious about that one, but yeah, I think I'm done with the fucking, this piss-poor attempt at trying to cash into the Sonic craze. Speaking of Sonic, here we have Sonic Battle for the Game Boy Advance. I'll prove to you, see, there's the cartridge. I haven't got a Game Boy Advance game in almost 2 years now. I got this back in, April. And, yeah, I do actually enjoy this game. I think it's, quite good. It can get, piss-ass difficult at times, but, yeah, I mean, I don't understand the fighting mechanics completely, so that might have something to do with it as well, but, yeah, very, interesting, good game, I like it. And also the rendition of Green Hill Zone is fucking just, top-notch in this game. It's great. Moving on to some more modern stuff, here we have Angry Birds Star Wars. It was $9 at, like, some store. Why not, I like Angry Birds. Might as well own it in some sort of physical way, So yeah, Angry Birds Star Wars 3DS. Anyways, here's Mario Party 10 for Wii U. This is also ironically, my 10th Wii U game, and more importantly, my 500th game overall. Yes, this exactly right here is my 500th game. So, yeah, that's pretty fucking cool. Not gonna lie. Although I will say this box art is... It's my least favorite box art in the whole Mario Party franchise, I'll just say that. But the game itself, yeah, it's actually better than I thought, really. Like, I remember when I saw, like, what Bowser Party was all about, I was like, holy shit, this is way too fucking broken. But, you know, when I got, like, my friends Juan, Carlos, Joshua, and Jason, who you probably know if you watch Us Play, but anyways, when I got them together, you know, yeah, this is actually very good, I will say. I mean, obviously... 9 and Mario Party 9 and 10 don't, you know, hold a candle to, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and to an extent 8, I guess. And Wii Party U might be is a better game than both of them, but yeah, I do like this. I will say, although the character selection is very lacking. I mean, yeah, we got Rosalina, that's great, you know, and Toadette's back. You know, I don't get why Toadette wasn't in Mario Party 9, and you know, you got Donkey Kong back, but it's like, where's Birdo, and hell, where's Hammer Brother, or Blooper? I mean, you introduced Hammer Bro and Blooper in Mario Party 8, and they haven't returned since. Oh, they might have returned in Island Tour, I don't know. But, sticking on the Mario theme, I got a Mario amiibo. Yeah, the most common fucking amiibo ever. You know, I still can't find Mega Man at all. But, admittedly, I got this more for the in-game uses than the actual figure, although the figure itself is pretty damn nice. I will say that. But yeah, I got this more so to, you know, check out the amiibo party in here, or just unlock other functions that use, amiibos, although I kind of fucked up with the packaging and removed this whole thing, but whatever. But, you know, hey, yeah. Although this is the most common one, you know, it's still a nice thing to own, I guess. And next up, we got something kind of special here. Video pinball for the Atari 2600, giving you guys a bit of a hint, you know, as to what next console I'm going to get. Haven't played it, but, you know, the game itself, even for Atari 2600 standards, it kind of leaves a bit to be desired. But the thing that's really special about this is that this is now the oldest game I have in the collection. This came out in 1981. Damn, you know. Just, wow, that long ago, you know, God. But, you know, it's still cool to have, you know. Yeah. Alright, how about we talk about, some Saturn games. They're Japanese games once more, but no worries, you know, I'm gonna focus a bit more on some American Saturn stuff, North American Saturn stuff, now that I finally got some more money. But I might as well talk about this one, which you already saw a gameplay video I made of this. This is, Night Truth Futetsude no Shinjitsu. Again, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but anyways, yeah, as you guys know, there was Night Truth Maria, which, not exactly fond of that game at all, but, this game, I can say at least, is better. For one, it actually has some interactivity, just barely, and, you know, the production values just look overall better. And, as I did mention in my gameplay video, this is a very, very rare game. It almost never really appears on eBay or even for sale on other online markets. So I don't really have much of a price comparison, but regardless, you don't see this, you know, for sale all that often. So I guess I'm lucky to have it, even though the game itself, it's really nothing all that groundbreaking. I mean, you know, yeah. You know, the reason why I ever got Night Truth was because I was originally going to get this game called High School Terra Story. But, you know, I didn't get that because it's, you know what, just Google High School Terra Story and you'll see. But another Saturn game that I'm just as happy to get, despite it, you know, obviously not being as rare, Christmas Nights in a Dreams. Only this winter. And that's kind of stupid that only this winter's on here, because when you look at the spine, it says Christmas Nights only this winter. Even though I don't fucking know. This is actually an exception, because even though, yes, this is a Japanese game, this game was released in North America and Europe, but the thing is, those games are not as common as the Japanese version, and even with that fact in which the Japanese version is more common than the North American version, I'll try not to do that, because I would take pride in owning, you know, the version that was made for my region. But this is an exception because considering that this game is, you know, really not all that much, and considering that it's not worth paying $50 for a game that doesn't really have all that much going for it, which in this case the North American version, and also the North American version comes in like this stupid cardboard sleeve. This one actually comes in like a full-out case, and also I like this cover art, you know. The game itself you probably heard of. It's not a full-fledged game, it's more of a demo. In North America, it was packaged with a magazine. I'm not sure if this may have been packaged with a magazine, but here it says not for sale, so I don't know how exactly this game was distributed in Japan. But as you may know, it's really just a demo, because it's only got, you know, like 2 levels in a boss fight. Well, actually, 1 level, except I believe, you know, when you're playing as either Claris or Elliot, it's slightly altered. Yeah, but obviously the main highlight is the presents that you can unlock by, you know, completing Spring Valley and doing this little matching the tiles minigame. And yeah, you know, there's a 3D controller, which I still have yet to own. But you know, regardless of its small content, it's a very nice, you know, demo, and probably the best Christmas themed game ever. But yeah, it's actually something I'm, you know, pretty happy to have, because, you know, Knights is a very cool franchise. But unfortunately, at the way Sega's going, I don't think we'll ever see, you know, another Knights game, because, you know, Sega's doing this stupid bullshit where they're just gonna focus on mobile gaming. I think also PCs, but, you know, just like mobile gaming, fucking PC gaming, fine, whatever, but it's like, come on, Sega, get your shit together. But regardless, very nice game. Very nice game. Well, I guess we have time for one more. There are a few more things. I'm not gonna mention them in this video. But yeah, although I will say you'll probably see a North American Saturn game in the episode after this episode, or after the episode after next episode, or maybe sooner. I don't know. You saw this ChuChu Rocket for the Dreamcast. Yeah, I said last part that I was going to focus on some 4-player Dreamcast games, and this one, you know, this one really stood out to me, and I played it with, like, Kevin and Jason. Again, you know who they are if you watch Us Play. You should watch Us Play. You know, you need to watch Us Play. You right there. Yeah. Anyways, ChuChu Rocket, it's an interesting sort of game. You basically just place arrows to guide your mice to a certain colored dome thing. And also, these screenshots are actually very pixelated. And it's not because of the camera. If you actually hold this in real life, this is actually pixelated as tits. Oh, pixelated as tits? What the fuck am I saying? I'm not thinking straight. But yeah, it's a very intense game for sure. Holy fuck. It was even more confusing, you know, when I got to play this with 2 other people, but I have no regrets. I do enjoy this game, but, you know, I can't see myself playing it for, like, you know, more than an hour with, you know, with some buds and all. But hey, it is very nice to have another Dreamcast game, especially one that's 4 players. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, there are a few more things, but I think I'll wait till another episode.